Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have my mom again and we're going to be doing her hair. We're going to do the dye and a wash and then we're going to style it too. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to put that in the same video or not. But yeah, and then we have some questions here that you guys asked. I put on my community post page. If you guys don't really check that out, check that out. Sometimes I ask you guys questions on there. But we got a couple responses. Thank you so much to those who asked, and we'll answer them as we do the hair. So I'm gonna start with just putting on your little cape here. Can you just lift your hair up for me? Okay. And then I'm just gonna tuck that underneath. All right. So I think we're gonna do the whole head today. And we have this Revlon Color Silk dye, which we've used a couple times in the past. So I'm gonna mix my two into my bottle here. Actually, before you start this, let me give your hair a quick brush through. Okay.
We have a couple of knots because it was always in a ponytail somehow.
I don't know how you don't have damaged hair.
I don't understand.
Because you color it all the time, you dye it, you put heat on it. And then there's me. And every time I brush my hair, it breaks off.
Well, I brush my hair. There's a lot of hair on the brush.
No, that's not what I mean though. Like I'm talking about like breakage, like if you see a strand of your hair and it's like broken midway through.
Maybe that's just the gift I was given. Except for this really curly, wiry hair. Wiry.
Okay, so I'm gonna mix this number 2 color into the developer here. I'm just going to start with mixing one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do the roots first, and then I'll go back and do the rest of the hair. Gonna give this a good mix. And if you hear any nonsense in the background, we got 2 dogs behind the camera. It's an interesting color. All right, let's just go ahead and start parting your hair. Okay. So like always, I split the head into 4 quadrants. Take it from behind the ear. That's going to be 2.
Like Star Wars.
I don't know how girls do this stuff. I never can do this part.
Don't matter, just do the part you can to just do it however.
I know, but I want to make sure all the hair is out of the way. It's like I feel like my fingers don't work right.
No, I just have a lot of hair.
But it's not just you, it's everybody. It's for a lot of things that I do. Took me forever to learn how to use a can opener properly because I always turned it the wrong way. Like I feel like I'm dyslexic in the way.
Motor skills.
Yeah, exactly. Like not with words, but with how you handle certain things, if that makes sense.
Can't be too dyslexic if you do wonderful makeup.
That's true. That's different though. That's a different part of the brain. Okay, I'll leave this one open because we'll start there. All right. Put on my gloves and we can start the hair. And you can start asking questions.
Push this off, my hair grows really fast.
Okay, really quick, I'm just gonna switch this top with the other top. I like this top better. Okay. All right, we can get started now.
Should I ask a question?
Yeah, you can ask a question.
This question is from Jenny Compton. What made you want to work in makeup? Question mark. What was your first job?
You
Question
have
mark.
to say the question mark, right? Jesus. What was the question?
What made you want to work in makeup? And what was your first job? From Jenny Compton.
Well, it's a complicated question, I feel like. What made me want to work in makeup? I honestly didn't start getting into makeup really until later in high school. But then I really got into it in college. Originally, when I was like thinking about going to school, I went to film school. And then while I was in film school is when I wanted to like start to pursue more makeup stuff. So I went to a beauty school while in college. So then after college, I was still living in New York at the time, and I just got a little homesick from like my family, so I moved here. And then when I moved here, I decided that since I liked beauty so much and I was already kind of doing it, like I did it in school, like for some of the kids and on their projects and stuff,
College.
that I want to pursue that and I want to like open up my own business and like do the whole thing. So I decided to go to aesthetic school. That took me 2 years because I waited a year to be a resident in the state, and then I waited a year because I was on the wait list. So it was a 3-year process. And yeah, I've just like learned a lot. But what made me want to get it, what made me want to work in makeup, probably just my liking for it. I was good at it. I got really good at it. I wasn't always confident in it. But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
What was your first job in makeup?
Oh, my first job honestly was Clinique. To be so real, my first job in makeup was Clinique. I've learned a lot with them too. And Clinique is skincare and makeup, but I got the job with Clinique while in aesthetic school, so it all kind of just worked out at the right time.
Okay, thank you. Next question is from Anna.
Anna's got a few different questions.
Oh, okay, next
So
questions.
we're gonna
Anna.
we're gonna go down the list of Anna's questions. Media, Anna Media 01.
Sorry, people. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, love seeing the two of you together on camera. Since you asked for curious questions, here are a few.
Yeah, you might need to take these off.
How was it when Stephanie started creating ASMR content? Did it feel a bit strange at first, or did it maybe even remind you of her childhood? For example, moments like brushing your child's hair. She's asking me.
Yes, this is a question for you. Can I take these off? So you can answer that one.
Okay, in my opinion, first of all, I'm Italian, so I'm always going to be loud. Stephanie has always been artistic, and no matter what she did, she's always created beautiful ice sculptures during the winter.
Ice sculptures is snow.
Yes, oh, snow. She was a very good drawer. She used to help her brother with art. She just had a hidden talent. And then she started to practice, and she would often use me as a model and test out new things. So it was kind of fun. It was like dress up the opposite way.
Yeah, right.
Although I did her as a child. She's always been very artistic, and no matter what she did, makeup, drawing, painting, creating, it just came so natural to her at such a young age. So as parents, we embraced it and made her feel she could do anything.
We're having some technical difficulties over here. I'm really sorry, guys, if the audio is kind of all over the place.
Should I guess this?
Yes, you can't put those
I
on.
have to put them on this. Okay. Do you live together?
Lower.
If so, how was your relationship and daily life changed now that you both adults living together? Yes, Stephanie did live with us for a little while, but it was fine. Stephanie's actually very easy to get along with.
I've been by myself since I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
I lived with my parents for 1 year last year.
Yeah.
So we don't currently live together, but when I started my channel, I did live with her, yes. What else did she say?
Then she said, has life changed as you're both adults?
Do you think it's different now that I don't live with you?
No, because she lives 5 minutes away. I do miss her, but she still lives close enough and she's still there for me all the time. And I hope I'm there for her. She, Stephanie comes across as a very confident and strong person with a good personality. Was she already like this when she was younger? And did your parenting day a role? She made me take off my glasses, so forgive me.
Maybe I should read the questions. Guys, I'm going to ask the questions instead because I can't keep monitoring my mother's mic and do her hair at the same time. She just talks too loud. Okay, so Stephanie comes across as very confident and as a strong person with a great personality. Was she already like this when she was younger? And did your parenting play a role in encouraging that confidence? Go ahead.
Stephanie was shy when she was younger, and maybe relatively picked on by people because she didn't fit that normal skinny protocol. However, she always had her talent, and I'm glad that she didn't let anybody bring her down, and she followed through, and as she's getting older, she's getting more and more confident. And with the support from her watchers and listeners, she's grown to be a fine young artist.
Yeah, definitely wasn't always very confident. I'm still working on that. But thank you. I'm glad that I come across that way. Gotta fake it till you make it. I will say though, getting the job in beauty does help your confidence in it because you obviously get the hands-on experience, and the more you practice on people, the easier it gets. So now, I'm not afraid. I'll take on any face, anytime, any age. I don't care who you are.
Also, as far as encouraging Stephanie, I hope my husband and I did. We're always trying to be supportive of all our children.
Yes, you're very supportive in anything that I do. I wouldn't have half the things I have if it weren't for my parents. Okay, next question. What's one way in which you're very similar, for better or for worse? So I'm gonna answer this one. I think me and my mom are very similar. I think I got her gigantic heart, for one. I do think hers is bigger than mine, but I did get that. I'm just a very,
Thoughtful,
caring,
loving.
just want to make sure everybody's happy.
Have a conscience.
You put other people's happiness before your own, and sometimes it's not great, but it's just who we are, I guess. Inclusive. My mom's really good at giving thoughtful gifts, which sometimes I can be, but sometimes it's she could just throw it together. I don't really know. Maybe it's just a mom thing.
My mom too.
Yes, I definitely think we are very similar.
We're very kind, thoughtful people. We really, really do care about others. I think that's why I get along with Stephanie the easiest.
Yeah, my sisters can be brats.
You got to be patient with me. I'm not very good at technology. As you could tell, I'm too loud.
Well, that's nothing to do with technology.
No.
You're just loud. You're always loud. You can have a conversation upstairs and you'll hear it perfectly. Anyways, moving on. if you swap lives for a day, what would be the first thing you'd complain about? I would complain about how many damn children I have to watch. I ain't got time for that. What about you?
Well, I certainly would know how to apply the makeup as well as you do. I always do a quickie job.
Yeah, but that's not really a complaint.
Okay. Freaky Friday kind of thing.
Like if you were in my shoes one day, if you had to film a video or if you had to go in and work as a freelancer at an event, and you know, I mean, I've told you so many stories. Like, if there is there anything that I've said that be like, oh yeah, if that happened to me, I would complain too.
Well, for anything that's happened with Stephanie, I've always been supportive and agreed with her because she does work very hard, like me. So I totally understand where she's coming from when you're such a giver, and sometimes people just take a little bit more than they need to.
Yeah. Or people start taking advantage when you're too good at something. Okay, down. Oops, sorry. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna just put this back up. Okay.
Next question.
Okay, Ma. Your hair is seriously like a lion's mane. What is your secret to keeping it so great?
Stephanie. Stephanie's always had me
Loud.
to do my hair. I'm sorry. I just always had this long. I always had this thick hair since I was a baby. My mom used to keep it short because of that.
My mom would complain about not being able to be quiet enough during the ASMR sessions.
Camera shy. I don't know. I just have so much thick hair. Every hairdresser I've had either schedules me last because it's a workout.
Yeah.
But just what God gave me, you know. I wish I could share it.
I don't even know why. It's not like anybody else in your family has all this hair. Does anybody have a lot of hair?
My aunt used to think it's because I was on Synthroid.
What's that? For your thyroid? Maybe. Maybe it like helps with hair growth somehow. Okay. Next question. Please, I'm so sorry if I say your name wrong, but it's cpole7785. I know you very well. You comment on my videos all the time. I appreciate you very much. I just hope I'm saying your name correctly. So, first question. Have you two always been close? I would say yeah.
Yeah, I would relatively say, yeah, I was rough on Stephanie as a baby because she gave me a tough time, but now she's awesome. I mean, she gets moody.
I got it out early. Yeah, I do get very moody. I can be very moody, guys. Like very moody. And I will admit it. I can get like snippy.
As a mom, I know where it's coming from.
Snippety snoo, I've been called in the past. But it's not because I'm angry at anybody.
the kind of day she might have had.
Yeah.
But I think, relatively speaking, they're all like that.
That's true. I
Except
think
for my son. He
I
doesn't
think
really
we all
say much.
we all are kind of like that, the girls at least.
Ironically, I'm one of 3 sisters and a brother, just like I ended up having.
It's the back of the hair that's like hard because it grows in every direction. Okay. Okay, Mom, this is for you. What 3 things would you tell your 30-year-old self to do differently?
Support myself better. Rely on myself better. And listen to my own heart and not the judgment of others.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
really had a big effect on me. But I'm better now.
Do you either of you have a bucket list?
I always try to live every day in fun. I never wanted to give up on anything. So I have a little bucket list.
What's on your bucket
My
list?
bucket list, I'd like to go to Italy and see some of my family heritage there. My grandfather was from off the boat. I would like to, visit friends in Switzerland. I moved there a couple of years ago. One of the children I used to watch family. They were very, very kind people. And I would like to have a convertible.
That's on the bucket list.
Yes, but to be honest with you, I'm sorry, I live my bucket list every day. I never give up. I never deny myself. I don't live over extend myself, but if there's a trip that has a deal, I'm on it.
I don't have like a bucket list, but I do have like things that I want to do. Like I don't have like a written down bucket list, you know what I mean? But I have like things that I want to do. Actually, I did make a bucket list once and I found it. And I like, it's cool to like see like what you have done and what you haven't done. Like I think get a tattoo was on there.
That's not on my bucket.
But yeah, I want to travel. I want to do a lot of traveling. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Greece. I want to go
I wanna go
to Bora Bora and like stay on those cabana things. Oh my god, it looks so much fun. Or like Hawaii
Done
or
that.
Canada,
Done that.
Alaska.
Haven't done that.
I want to go everywhere. What else? Do I have anything else that I want to do? Find a boyfriend. Just kidding. That's on the bucket list. That's on the life list right there. Celebrity crush. Do you have a celebrity crush?
Do I have a celebrity crush?
Yes.
Oh yeah, growing up, I used to have a crush on Rob Lowe.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. He still looks good.
Yeah,
I
he
saw a
does.
commercial with him on New Year's Eve, and I'm like, he looks amazing.
Yeah. He was in a movie called The Class years ago.
He was
Years
Soda
ago.
Pop in
And then
The Outsiders.
he was on a lot of, television programs. He just has charisma.
And a face card.
And now he does dog things. Right on my alley.
My celebrity crush is Zayn Malik. Zayn from One Direction, or Justin Bieber was always up there as well. Or maybe like Joe Keery these days. I wouldn't really call him a celebrity crush because I don't have like a crush, but I will be there.
Oh, I love the band Erasure. That was one of the things I finally got to see. Unfortunately, just one of them, but he did a phenomenal job.
That would have been Liam Payne if he wasn't dead. He would be the one of One Direction to show up to a One Direction concert. Rest in peace. Okay, favorite place to eat? I asked because I miss a few places after leaving NC for SD. Is that San Diego, SD? Or South Dakota? South Dakota sounds more accurate. Place to eat. Favorite place to eat here? Do you have a favorite place to eat here?
I love their breakfast selections. Yeah, they have a lot of
She
little
does like
breakfast.
breakfast.
But no, New York was where the food was. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
it's hard to compare like a food place here compared to New York when you like grew up there. The food there is just different.
The texture, they call it the dirty New York water, but it's true.
I'm trying to think of like some place that I really really liked here. I like
I like Red Robin.
Red Robin is not like a North Carolina staple.
That's true. Food here?
Briggs or like First Watch, even
Yeah.
though First Watch I think is anywhere.
Wine basket.
Okay, the Flying Biscuit.
Oh. Sorry. I meant plain biscuit.
Cannot. I like. I don't know. What are some good places we've been to?
You know what that place was? When we were with Daddy? That Italian place? Something with the moon?
Oh, Baby
That was
Moon
really
Cafe.
good. Yeah,
Baby Moon
that was
Cafe.
really good pizza and everything.
Yeah, they had good pizza. I like the pickled onion. I just didn't like the service there.
Yeah.
The service there is
We
awful.
used to go to this place in downtown called The Pit. That was pretty good when we first moved down here.
I feel like I don't really frequent any place often. Like in any way. Like when it comes to fast food or anything. Like I'm just not like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not big into all the fast food places here, like Bojangles. I'm not
Yeah,
into-
I'm not a Bojangles fan. Like when I had it the first time, I was like, I like Popeyes better.
Yeah, there was this place in New York called Woolies. That was the best chicken ever, but you don't get that here. It's a Long Island thing. Grandma used to bring it to us all the time, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. She walk in the door and just announce herself.
Our anniversary's next week.
Her anniversary's in 2 days.
Oh my god, our anniversary is in 2 days. It's the 11th. Why am I thinking it's... Oh my goodness.
Maybe like the 15th from like when we buried her.
Maybe.
I think we buried her on the 15th, right?
No, I thought it was either that or the 14th.
Okay. Let's see, next question. From Jessica Farah, 1089. Are you still a Clinique consultant or did you venture into something new? I'm not technically a Clinique consultant anymore. I wanted to pursue this a little bit more full time, so I took the leap of faith. That's why I need you guys to be here with me to try to do this full time. I'm really only making part-time money doing this. Part-time money. So, obviously I knew that going into this full time, I wasn't going to make the money that I need to survive. So, and I wanted to like still do what I was doing. So I asked my, it's a little complicated. Let me give you a background story really quick. So I worked for a company called Belk, and Belk hired me, Belk paid me, Belk did everything. But I also worked for Estee Lauder companies with Clinique, being the Clinique consultant. So I would go to their trainings, and I would, you know, get all their gratis and like do everything in that sort of realm. So not only did I have bosses, and I had too many of them under Belk, but I also had bosses under Estee Lauder. So I asked my account executive, who is the Estee Lauder person.
Rep.
Yeah, like she's like my rep, I guess, for this area of the country. I asked her if she would take me on as a freelancer because I was also having just a lot of problems at my job. It's a long story, but she already like knew that things were going on and I wasn't really happy. So she wasn't like, I guess, surprised, but she said, absolutely, I'll take you on. And she was looking for somebody to do, several shifts a week. And I'm like, please, I'm looking to work several shifts a week. So she took me on, and now I get to work for Clinique and Estee Lauder and MAC and Bobby Brown and Tom Ford. And she recently put me on for La Mer, which is really exciting because La Mer is like a really, really high end. And because I have my aesthetics license, I'm able to do like their spa days. So I'm really excited for that. Can't wait for that because I get paid more those days too. But yeah, so it's awesome because I can still work with a lot of the people I was working with, pretty much all of them, and I get paid more an hour. I no longer make commission, but I get paid more an hour, and I just get different opportunities under Estee Lauder than I did with Clinique. I just felt like I've ran my course with Clinique. Like I did all the training. I won the Galaxy of the Stars award last year.
She was being held back by somebody.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me move forward. And it's a blessing in disguise because I was so miserable there. It's not even funny. Like, even though I'm struggling right now, with like finances, I feel a lot better mentally. And that's important to me. If I just keep working at this, it'll pay off in the end. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that. So yeah, no longer a Clinique consultant, but I do still work for Clinique from time to time. It's just weird though. I can't work at Clinique for Ulta. Like whenever I'm scheduled at Ulta, it would never be under Clinique. I don't know what that is. Like, I guess they just have to have their like consultants there as well. Because I do see them there. They are there. Okay, before I answer the next question, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the other bottle because I'm pretty much done with this one, and we need to do the rest of the hair. This is fun. I like answering questions. I want to like go live a little bit more too. I went live once on Halloween, and it was kind of fun, even though there wasn't like a lot of people in there.
Go live on Valentine's Day.
I can go live at any day. I should go live with a model. Like I went live with Dad when I did his makeup for Halloween. And then I went live doing my own makeup on Halloween. But that'd be cool. Like if you guys want me to like we can like schedule a day like once a month and like I can do a live stream or something. Like we can do like a 6 p.m., 7 p.m. live stream or something and just go for like an hour or two. You guys let me know. Like I want to give you things that you want to see, you know? Okay, let me turn this back on. Is there one aspect of aesthetics slash cosmetology that you love the most? Facials, lash tints, hair, or makeup applications? Yeah, it's definitely makeup. Like that's like my heart and soul. The idea when I started this channel was makeup was the focus. I mean, I know that like makeup doesn't give me the most attention, I guess, but that's what I like to do the most. I will say though, like when I went to aesthetic school, like my whole like idea behind it was to create like to open up a business, to open up a makeup business. And when I went to school, like I just learned more, you know. So I started liking doing other things too, like the facials, and I like doing lash lifts. I just think they take a long time. You know, brows. I like doing all of it really. But makeup is going to be the number one always. Like I kind of wish I was a little bit better of an esthetician in the sense that like I
Feel more comfortable.
like just knowledgeable, I guess, on certain things.
And that's because it's hard in that field because you gotta have clients to make money and you
Yeah.
start in a place and you don't have
Yeah,
clients.
it's hard. It's not an easy field to be in at all because a lot of places only pay commission. So like I could be like I had an interview with Hand and Stone. I'm gonna call you out, Hand and Stone. I had an interview with Hand and Stone and they were just paying commission, and so you know I could be like they were responsible for booking your books, but you know you could be there all day and not have a single client and doing all the work, doing all the sheets, all the like the laundry cleanup, all this stuff, and not be paid a dime? Absolutely not. I don't know who you think I am. I'm too old to not be making any money. So there's a lot of places like that. Or if they just like don't treat you right, you know? Companies just don't treat people the way that they used to. Okay, next question. DMC 609. At what age were you when you decided to do hair and makeup, and did you take any specialized training for it, particularly the face painting? So, got into it in high school, but more so in college. I feel like 2016 was like really when things took off in the beauty field in the sense of like influencers and stuff like that. So I was definitely there for all that. And then I started to pursue a career in it when I was 26. Wow, it's crazy how fast time goes. Like 26, 27, but I think I was 26. No,
Yeah.
was I?
I mean, that's only 3 years ago. You might even be younger.
No. But I mean, that's when I had my first like. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years, but my first real like makeup like job was Clinique. So when it comes to training, you asked me about training. So in college, I think I mentioned this before, but I went to a little beauty school while I was in college. So I was going to college during the day and then going to beauty school at night. And I just got a certification in bridal and specialty makeup. So like, basic makeup application, bridal and specialty. And I got a whole kit that was from MAC, and my instructor, was, she like worked for MAC. And then when I moved here and decided to pursue it, I went to aesthetic school. That took 9 months. And then, I've just had continuing education with Clinique and that sort of thing. So that was also what was really cool about this job, is like they give me the continuing education, because as an esthetician I have to do 8 hours of continuing education every year. So something I gotta keep up with. And then I have had no training in face painting. It's funny you asked that though, because a couple of years ago, not last year, the year before that, I was upstairs in the kids section at work trying to promote the Clinique gift with purchase, and they were doing like a back to school event, and so they had a face painter, and I was just watching her, and I asked her how she learned, and she just said she just kept practicing, because I was really considering like learning that too, and I don't know, do kids parties or something. But no training. I think just, again, being artistic as a kid just kind of all plays a part.
When she was in college, she used to have to help with the theater part when people would have to do videos, and she would like do a lot of makeup kind of stuff for them.
Yeah, everybody called me to do their makeup. They didn't call me to do anything in the video department. Get this out of my way really quick. Should have known then, I guess. Okay, next question.
Nothing's erased. Everything brings to bring life.
This one's from Beth Bullock, 5746, or B the Bullock. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if it's B the Bullock or Beth. What is your fave part about filming your videos? My fave part. That's a good question.
Getting views.
Seeing how it does. No, that's like probably the most stressful part. I think each video is different. Like, some days you have good film days, some days you don't. Some days you have good ideas, some days you don't. But I don't know. I don't know what my favorite part would be. Kind of like putting it together, but like even when I was in like middle school, like that's why I even went to film school in the first place, was because I was into like editing, like putting clips together, making montages, doing that sort of thing. So, I'm still doing that with my own videos. I mean, I've been on YouTube forever. Like, I was on YouTube as a child making videos, you know what I mean? I've had so many channels, I've done so many different things. I just finally found a little niche, I guess. But I do like editing, and I love doing the makeup looks. I love watching them come together. Like, that's always my favorite part too. It's just seeing how the look makes its way.
I should say she also did wedding videos, sports videos.
Yeah, well, that's
all that together.
Yeah, I used to work for this company that they did like streaming for sporting events. So like, you know, if you watch like a hockey game or a basketball game, and then you see it, like if they use like the app, like I would create the archives and put the slates up for the apps, that sort of thing. And then I used to work for this guy that did weddings and stuff. Okay, next question. Do you do hair and makeup as your occupation? I do makeup and skincare as my occupation. I don't do hair. Actually, really not a big fan of hair, believe it or not. Well, I mean, I do a lot of hair on my channel these days, but you know, I'm forcing myself to be better at it. I tried to get a job at this blow dry bar, and that was a fail. I hope we have enough product.
Wasn't a fail.
Well, it wasn't a fail. It was a learning experience. Like I was able to like learn a little bit here and there, but like I said, like my motor skills, like it's just backwards. Like I feel like I'm backwards when it comes to like where to put your hands and like even tying a knot. Like I have such a hard time. It's so weird. Okay, this one's not really a question, but Ileana says, "You're very good. You beautiful hair like your model." Thank you.
You me?
Yes,
Oh,
you're the model. Okay, and then I got one more question from Frederick. Hi Stephanie, will you be doing any more hair washing and styling on Maggie's hair? I love Maggie's long hair. Maggie's hair is healthy, full of body and bounce, and definitely shines like silk. You do an amazing, phenomenal job on Maggie's long hair. I subscribe to your YouTube channel, so I'm a subscriber and first-time viewer. You have really, really beautiful hair too, Stephanie. Thank you, Frederick. I will be doing Maggie's hair again, I'm sure, at some point.
Caroline's.
Oh my god, we still have 2 sections. All right, I'm doing this one first. Yeah, Maggie's fun to film with. And she's pretty much down for like most things too. Like the video that went live today as I'm filming this with, it's the, like we came up with this video on the spot of just doing like a mock interview process of like a makeup job, which I think came out really good. I hope it does decent. But that was all the questions I have on this thread here. Thank you guys so much for asking the questions. That was really fun. I'm sure we could do it again sometime. My next milestone is going to be 10,000. I know I already said that in a different video, but we're almost at 5,500. Did you think ASMR was weird?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a different world to me. But hey, you get richer, I get richer. Just kidding.
Well, I remember when Emerson introduced me to ASMR, and I was like, what is this? ASMR, darling. That was the first video I watched. But I know everybody watched ASMR, darling.
I didn't know that.
I know, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the viewers.
Yes. No, I'm saying I never seen it.
Well, it's not really your thing. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't think ASMR has an age, you know? I think I have viewers of all ages.
Depending on what your topic is, right?
I think it just, you have to find the people that like you. You have to find your community. It's not easy all the time, but they're finding me slowly but surely. Y'all are here. Honestly though, if like, there are people that work years before they're monetized on YouTube, so I am very happy for what I have achieved in a year that I've done it. Like, it hasn't even been a year yet. I think my first video went live on like the 25th of January or something like that.
We should have a 1 year anniversary party.
So nobody shows up.
I'm sorry?
So nobody shows up to it.
No, not a party like that. I mean, like a video thing.
Oh, like a live stream?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Just want to guess this.
You want to what? I want to do an ASMR video on my mom's dog. Because I think he would sit for me. I don't think my dog would sit for me. But he knows, like, when I'm filming, like, he's pretty good. Once I get into the motion of it, he just sits on his little bed over here. And then he knows when we're, like, done. It's very smart. Very, very smart dog. He's just chaotic. Has a lot of energy. All right, let me make sure I got everything in the front. All right. I'm sorry if this hurts. I'm just trying to use up the rest of this hair dye. Make sure everything's covered. I'm going a little darker today.
Winter.
And then when the spring comes around, she'll be ready to go a little lighter. Oh my gosh, we still have to wash and style it.
She's at here, make sure that's all doubled.
I think I might make this one video and then we'll do the wash and dry in a separate video because this is really long already, I feel like. And then that'll give me another separate wash video, a little bit more separated from Maggie's. Yesterday I watched this documentary on Netflix. This guy who was known as like the Facebook rapist or something. And he ended up taking a life, and then he went to jail, and then I don't know, I guess he knew this woman. She was a doctor. She did like aesthetics type stuff, and she got really popular and made a lot of money. And I guess she knew him in high school and then decided to rekindle with this man. Like, that was your first mistake, babe. Why are we going to try and seek out a man in prison?
There are a lot of girls like that.
And he was like a massive manipulator. Crazy, crazy, crazy. They stole a body. She like went to the morgue. She did it twice. Went to claimed a body of some random person, and then obviously you have to get an inside job going in a prison. So a bunch of cops, like, they brought this body in with like a big bookshelf and then hid it, and then worked with this guy and helped him escape. And then they took this body, put it under his mattress, and lit it on fire. And they were like, oh, he's dead, he died, and committed in prison, set himself on fire, blah, 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 blah. They schemed this whole thing to get him out of jail. Isn't that crazy?
I've seen that on one of my shows.
And then obviously she ruined her life. And, but I don't know, she was still sitting there holding hands with him and the court. I'm like, lady, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with people. Anyways.
A lot of television people are freaks.
I know. Well, he was. He was very intelligent. He was a very, very smart guy. And they were faking businesses. Like, they were making all these fake businesses and then, like, scamming people. And he was, like, running a business from the prison. And he had, like, different names he would go by. And I don't know. It's just crazy. People are crazy. Anyways, guys, that was it. I think you moved my camera. Stay tuned for part 2 where we're going to wash and dry the hair. I just like this video. I don't even know how long it's been, but I don't want to put it all together because this took a minute plus answering all the questions. So make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Share it. Let your friends know. Let your family know. Please get my name out there. Yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for all the questions.